Hi, this is Christina with Rock on Request. We're here with Jerra from Sugar Hooker Entertainment. How are you doing?
Good, thank you so much.
Oh, crazed, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I just really want to know what Sugar Hooker Entertainment is all about, and how you got it started, and what inspired you to do all this.
Okay, Sugar Hooker Entertainment, or the acronym is SHE. We're an all-girl run record label and clothing brand, and as well as an activist community that promotes health through hobbies, lifestyle. We encourage all of this through entertainment and activism.
Right.
So we do events, we're in retail, so we're a multi-platform company, and we're online.
I know, I noticed that when I looked at your site. Now you have a huge clothing line now going on.
Right.
Tell me how that kind of got rolling, because I'm sure it started out with an idea.
Right.
Something you wanted to do and then just blew up.
Well, I'm a musician first and foremost. My father's a musician, and I started gigging when I was about 12 years old.
Right.
And really realized there wasn't a mentorship system out there from women to women musicians, and I actually really just never came across a lot of women in the industry
rock, right?
In general, in rock and roll, of course. So I did start to develop a lot of isolation and loneliness in that. Just who could I turn to?
Right.
There were so many more things that I was dealing with that the guys of my peers weren't experiencing.
Of course, it's a very male-dominated genre.
Absolutely. And a lot of the reasons that musicians get into rock and roll come from male-driven goals or whatnot. So it really, my own philosophy started to develop very naturally because of just my own personal experiences of women in the music industry. I set out pretty much to pursue my own music career and realized quickly from the encouragement of a lot of people in the industry to just do it myself. I didn't really see another way, so I went out and started my own record label, Sugar Hooker Entertainment, based off of a song that I wrote about sugar obsession.
Right.
And found the acronym SHE and really developed this concept of mentoring through music and entertainment. I figured entertainment is the key philosopher right now. It's really the only philosopher out there who's really speaking to a large audience, so why not take activism to that platform?
That's a great idea. I mean, and I can't imagine just the thought behind, okay, I want to start my own record label.
Right.
And let's just do that. I mean, how do you go, and what steps did you have to go through to get that accomplished? I mean, your father was already in music, but I'm sure you had a lot of obstacles.
Well, yeah, and my father's a trumpet player, so it's a different scene.
Totally different scene.
I think for me, it was literally, this is something that I tell every person who wants to get into any art form. If you want to make a career out of your art, think of it as a career. It's a business. So I took all emotions aside, all the art aside, and said, I'm setting out to start a business. Whether or not you're going to go on a tour, even just like a small van tour for a small band who just wants to go from venue to venue, guy or girl, you should have a budget. You should have a game plan of how you're going to make your money back. If you're going to just lose money on the tour, figure out how much you want to lose in advance. I mean, these are really basic concepts, but I think a lot of artists go in with the dream. And so I really went, okay, I'm going to start a business. And I made a business plan, and I said, okay, I'm going to open my DBA, and I'm going to look into this, and thank God for the internet. And I know. Figured out how to do it. And the clothing thing really happened totally by accident. We made the logo for the record label, and we just made a few shirts, and they sold out. So every time we went to a show, we were selling 3 times the amount of shirts than we were CDs. And of course, the profit margin was so much better on the shirts than on the CDs. So I said, okay, well, the shirts will subsidize going out on the road, and that's how I'm going to make my money as a band.
That's a great idea.
Very simple.
Well, and people too, you have a great name. You know, Sugar Hooker is something that, in fact, when we saw last year's Warp, and we walked in, and that was one of the things we got. We were just there totally to enjoy the show that day, not covering it. So Sugar Hooker was something that totally stuck in our minds. Didn't leave it the whole day, which was great.
Yeah,
and
it's
people
funny.
want the shirt.
Right.
They want that. And it's funny, because I'm in the process of doing that myself, too, with the magazine.
Yes.
Someone just gave me a logo design that is just amazing, and I'm looking at doing shirts.
And if people like it, then.
Yeah. And it's all female-driven, my magazine.
Cool.
So that's why one of these days I'd love to pick your brain. But
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because, waiting for other people to do what you want to do, can be forever.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell my girls, if you can do it yourself, then don't take help, because you always owe when you take. Mm-hmm. So you might as well, if you really know you can do it yourself, do it yourself. And if you need some help, collaborate.
Right.
But so that's like a side note.
Well, that's great though. It's a great attitude, and it's true. I talk to a lot of artists, obviously, that they'll be the first to say, we're not making any money touring.
Right.
And like you said, people go in with that fantasy.
For sure.
And boy, does it take a long time to live the fantasy.
I mean, the truth is that even the fantasy is a business.
Oh, sure.
And at the end of the day, you're just taking out loans from a bank over and over again, and the bank being the record industry or the entertainment industry. And, as long as you have that clear and you go in knowing that, I think you'll be cool.
Right. What about your band that you play in? Is it Ferris?
Yeah, and actually I'm working on my own solo stuff right now, so it'll be under my name, Jerra. And that should be finished at the end of the summer. And I'm working with Dean Pleasance, who's the guitar player for Suicidal Tendency.
Oh, okay.
And we're co-writing, and it's going to be a really, really great, strong album.
How are you having time to do that when you're going to spend the whole summer on the tour? That's what I'd like to know.
I have 2 personalities.
So you do have a clone. See, that's what I need for tomorrow. A few of those.
I turn on the art for the art time, and I turn on the business for the business time, and never do they meet.
Well, that's great. More power to you if you can do that. I'll tell you, I need to figure that one out. Well, now, do you do the vocals and do you do guitar also?
Yeah, and the writing. And
the writing?
Yeah, the whole shebang for the most part.
But now, the band that you play in right now, it's not on the tour.
Right. That's right. Right now we're just recording. So we're just promoting Sugar Hooker and the message, and we're actually giving out guitars all summer and all sorts of contests. We're giving out skateboards. We're really trying to encourage girls to do this, to go take up hobbies, and we're out there. We're going to be really talking to the girls this time.
That'll be great.
Yeah, and about manipulative marketing, and really just sort of constantly poke fun at our obsession with sex, our obsession with objectifying women, our obsession with sugar and gender inequality in marketing specifically. I mean, we're just trying to have fun with these very serious topics, but we are just trying to have a good time with it and show girls that, hey, feminism can be pretty bubblegum, and if you need a gateway into it, okay, we'll do that for you, but we'll back it up with something because we're actually doing it.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to say too. I have a daughter who has said many times she would love to play guitar.
Yes.
In a band. And it's funny, the one comment that she made was, you just don't see that many female guitar players in rock.
Right.
You see them more females in pop and, really not doing anything but, the singing, dancing, showcase type of thing. But she's not about that, So it's really great to see women getting in and doing it and just getting out there, I figure,
let us be the guinea pigs, fine, we'll do that. But, you start now. Start now, because when you're, if you're 15 and you start now and you work as hard as the guys and you practice, and don't worry about trying to appeal to guys. Don't worry about trying to, buy into all of the expectations.
All the stereotypes
of what you should be doing with your life. And just do what you love and do it hard and do it for real. Right. And by the time you're 18, 19, you'll blow everyone out of the water.
Absolutely.
And there will be no one who will be able to say no to you because you'll be too good.
Right, I agree.
And that's 100%. Sort of that's my game plan. I was like, please do this. Well, please.
They need encouragement.
Yeah.
They don't have enough, I don't think.
No, we all get enough negative reinforcement every single day. All we need is a little bit of yes, you can.
I love
Why
that.
Not?
Absolutely. Well, I love to hear your music too.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll send you some stuff for
please
sure.
Do.
Yeah.
Please do. If you had any one last thing that you wanted everyone to know about She, what would you say?
That we are very, very genuine in what we do. We live it and breathe it. We work so hard to prove to you that women can do what they love to do, make a living doing it, and help you do it too. It's just, we're living and breathing it, every single one of us in this company. And there's 8 of us now, so we're a very small company.
Oh, but that's good.
We're all, I think the average age is about 23. So it's very serious. These are some hard workers.
That's awesome. So, that's very encouraging to young women out there. It's
I hope
very
so.
Encouraging.
And we're available.
Right.
We're easy to get a hold of. And any questions that anyone ever has, they can just email us. It's just very, very much available. So
awesome.
And we'll continue to be.
Well, I look forward to seeing you guys again, seeing you tomorrow. I'll be here all day. So
cool,
I can't thank you enough for taking the time.
I'm excited for you guys to come and see our little world.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
It's a trip.
It is. Well, tomorrow's going to be a trip, but I think today may be one of my favorite interviews because I get to talk to somebody who, has my own interest at heart too.
Cool.
That's great.
Thank you so much for taking the time out.
Appreciate it so much.